Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I'm Lil Smurdy. I really do hope you enjoyed this video on my alt rogue. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching and please enjoy the video. And subscribe please. Hey guys, so in this video I'm gonna show you a kill on my alt rogue. It is a assassination rogue and I'm gonna show you how to play Assassination Rogue slash melee on Mimiron 25-man hard mode. So before the fight you can start by tricking the tank as always and then just you go full ham. Phase 1 is pretty straightforward. The only thing you need to really look out for is the mines on the ground, and of course if there's fire on melee you want the tank to move away. Besides that, you just DPS. If shock blast happens, you just run out and then you run back in after the cast. Rogues don't really have any cooldowns, but if you're playing with like engineering gloves or something else that's like 1 minute or even short, like 2 minute cooldowns, you can use them at the start of phase 1. Another shock blast, then you just run away. Make sure you don't run on any mines, because sometimes mines can be hard to see. And then here, in the intermission between phase 1 and phase 2, we stack in a corner so we can put the fires where we want them to. And we also have our tank kiting the fires in phase 2. So as you can see on the middle of the screen, this is when the next fires are incoming. So as you can see, we're just stacking the fires perfectly at the edge of the corners. And then when phase 2 is about to start, we run towards the boss so that most of the fires are in the corners, so we can just DPS and spread around the boss free. So during phase 2 I am tricking another DPS because you don't need a tank in phase 2, considering the tank is kiting the fires because there's nothing else for him to do. So during entire phase 2 you want to pop all your cooldowns that you have, and you want to make sure that you trick other DPSs. And for healers, you want to make sure that you use AM and DSAC whenever there's a lot of damage incoming. So as a melee, you always want to stand behind him whenever he's doing the cast. You just move behind him. Sometimes there can spawn some fires in the melee, which can be really annoying. If that happens, you can feint it to stand in it a bit. You can cloak it and stuff like that, and then just run away. As in the end of phase 2, you always have frost bomb spawning. This frost bomb we had on top of melee is the first time I've ever seen that happen. It is really weird, but if that happens, you just have to all run away from it. So as you saw there, when it landed in the melee, we just all ran to the edges. Some people didn't. And then in the intermission between phase 2 and phase 3, we stack up again in a corner to make sure we put the fires where we want them. And in phase 1 and in phase 3 here, we have a designated hunter that is kiting the fires. And as a melee here, you can go beneath the boss and melee attack him. As you can see here, I can't really do any abilities, but I can still do damage to him with my melee attacks. So if you want, you can do that until the ads spawn. But when the ads spawn, you should focus on just killing all the ads. We are killing all the ads in phase 3, even the emergency fire boss, because we are fire capping the room to make sure that the emergency firebots won't silence our casters and healers, because that can also have like unnecessary deaths. So whenever the boss is down, the boss gets down after you kill a assault bot and loot the key and basically pull him down. And you want to make sure that you pull him down in a safe spot. And then whenever the boss is down, you just nuke the boss, everyone. And when the boss is in the air, if you're a melee, you just wanna attack the assault bots first. And then whenever the assault bots are dead, you just wanna focus on the junk bots and the emergency fire bots. Because the junk bots aren't really tanked often, because it's hard for the tank to tank the boss and all the ads and stuff. So that usually means that the junk bots are going after healers, because the healers are getting healing aggro. So I want to try and help the healers by basically killing the junk bots. And that's the entire phase 3, guys. So as the same like the in between phase 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4, we're all stacking in different corners here to make sure that we put the next fires wherever we want them to be. And then as you can see, we're gonna phase into phase 4 soon, and there is like fire everywhere, but we just make sure that we play wherever there are safe spots. And another good tip is to have your WOTLK, if you have a WOTLK in your raid, to put down health stones mid-fight, so that you can use health stone in phase 1 if you need to, then you can pick up new, and you can use maybe in phase 2 or phase 3 and phase 4. So keep that in mind. Same here in phase 4, you're facing all the 3 body parts at the same time. So you want to make sure that you tank him wherever there is no fires. Whenever he's casting the arcane missile barrage, you just want to make sure that you stand behind him. And you want to keep track on all the body parts HP. So if because as a melee you can attack both the bottom part and the medium part. So if the bottom part has more HP, you want to focus that. If the middle body part has more HP, you want to focus that instead. And then the same if when he's casting um, when he's casting Shock Blast, you want to make sure that you run out of it. And you also want to make sure that you see wherever the frozen orb ball, like right next to me, wherever that lands. So you make sure that you avoid it and don't die by it. And that's basically the entire fight of Mimiron, guys. It can be quite tricky and it happens a lot of stuff happen at the same time. So yeah, there's a lot to keep in track when you're doing it. But yeah, it's right here. Shock blast happens. I on my way out, but somehow it hit me even when I'm outside. So I probably was a bit too slow. But yeah, guys, that's the entire Mimiron on 25-man hard mode fight. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Please leave a like, subscribe. It helps a lot and it means the world to me. Thank you for watching. Peace!